Good evening. Welcome to Friday Night Live. Well, I found out two things today. If you saw the video I uploaded on my rotary tiller, that I'm draining the gas out of it. And I got to put dirt in the gas tank after that, take pictures of the serial number, take pictures of me with dirt. It's in the tank, and put the paper up there with the serial number on it and send it to Legion Force people. Okay, that's number one today. Hello, Yoakum. Okay, you people that got kids in school in here in the United States, and well, at least here in Indiana, I want to let you know what's going on that I found out. It's on, I guess, Charlestown School District, which is Greater Clark County Schools. The short of teachers in schools. This is out the United States. And what I found out today about the Greater Clark County Schools, which includes Jeff, Charlestown, New Washington. I think it's 3 schools, elementary, junior high, and high school. You don't have to go to school to be a teacher. This person graduated Charlestown High School last year, and he's he's a teacher. I don't know if that's PE or what, and I believe he gets paid the same as the teacher that go to college. Is that fair? No, it's not fair. Because your children that went to college to be a teacher, is that fair that somebody who didn't go to college to learn to be a teacher can become a teacher? You do go through a background check, see if you have any felony, drug conviction, crimes against children, this and that. At least here in Clark County, Indiana School District. It's probably over the whole state of Indiana. I want you all to check in your state and see if you have anything like it going on in your state where teachers hasn't got their college degree and to be a teacher. I don't agree with it. I'm hoping your people don't agree with it, no matter where you are on this planet. And I don't know how you would research it on the internet in Indiana. They call that, I forget what the definition they call these kids that never been to college to be a teacher. Internship or something like that, they call it. You all have to look it up. Like I say, this person that graduated high school last year is now a teacher. I think he teaches gym class at an elementary school. I believe they get paid the same as a teacher who went to college. But I'm not sure on that, how that works. I wasn't going to come live tonight because it's Friday. And I had to I had to bring it up, let you all know about it in case it might happen in your state. And I don't think it's right. I don't think it's legal. That's how come I never saw it in the weekly newspaper. This woman been a teacher for 5 years, never been to college to be a teacher. What can that teacher teach a kid and he or she never been to college to get her teaching degree? Is that legal? I want you all to find out for yourself. This is in Indiana, in Clark County. If that happens in Clark County, in the greater Clark County school system, it's probably all over Indiana and maybe other states. I want your parents to check on it yourself. Do I like it? No. Because I know there's short of teachers throughout the United States. And because maybe they don't get paid enough. I know when I was in school, during the summertime when no school was going on, they drew unemployment. They only got paid when they go to school, teach school. Now they get paid over $40,000 a year when they used to get unemployment in the summertime. They get paid when they don't teach school. That's my opinion. And I want you all in the United States that got children or grandkids in school, it's your right to find out the teachers that's teaching your kids, did they go to college to learn to be a school teacher? I found this out today. Talk to people who got kids in school. They don't like it. And it's weird, And they try to show me on Facebook the term for the, I thought maybe they were substitute teachers, but it's not that. And, that's what I'm mad about. I hope you people that got kids and grandkids in school, that the teacher is certified and got a teacher's license. Would that possible could be a lawsuit? I don't know. That's how come your people here that watches my YouTube channel and share it, is that legal? For them to become teachers without going to college, getting their teacher's license. I want you all to really, really think about it. I know I said I wasn't going to be on here tonight. But let's get to that PULSAR Legion Force rear type rotary tiller. And this lady, I forget what her name, called and said, can I take it down to Home Depot? I said, lady, I can't even lift it and put it in my trunk. I said, I got a car. I don't have a pickup truck. And I had to take a picture of the serial number or VIN number, whatever you call it. and drain the gas out of it. It's still draining when you got about a gallon gas tank, and it takes a while for it to drain out. After it drains out, I got to put dirt in it. And then take a picture of that, but I had to write the serial number down on a piece of paper, which I got that already. I put dirt in the gas tank tomorrow. By that time, it should be empty. Oh, I can take it to a recycle place or sell it for junk, stuff like that. How in the heck I'm going to do it? I ain't got no pickup truck. You know. And I also asked the lady, I said, is the transmission supposed to make a noise? I said, I had other rear type rotary tillers and the transmission didn't make a noise. And I explained to her that the box it came in was ripped up. The metal frame, some of the welds were broken. And where you got the two bolts in where the rear end of it, it was ripped out. So it got damaged, I would say, in transportation. I asked her, when you ship a new one, ship it to Home Depot, have them, and I told them Home Depot in Clarksville. Put it together, make sure everything works before I get it. I said, they can use a pickup truck. I said, those straight trucks, kind of hard to turn around in my driveway. They have to back there. I said, pickup truck would be better. And the lady also told me they didn't have any extra transmissions to replace this one. You know, people, just like when you buy a car or pickup truck or motorcycle, you got extra parts. Or you buy a zero turn or a riding lawnmower, you got extra parts. Why wouldn't they have extra parts for this? So tomorrow, I'll make sure all the gas get drained out. Then I got a bucket of dirt to put in the gas tank. And, you know, it's weird. But like I told the lady, I said, you don't put a tube inside of a rotary tiller like that. And she said, why? I said, when it gets digging in, the tar is going to slip and the inner tube will get cut. That's what happened. It's a defect in your old rotary tiller. I said, I can fix the tars, but I guess what I do, instead of taking it to a recycle place, I'll put it in my shed and I use the parts off of it. You know, like the tars, the rotor blades, or whatever. I could use the parts. I probably wouldn't get over $10 for it at a recycle place, or $15 at most. And since I ain't got a pickup truck, I can't do that. I got a bunch of junk out there to the northwest side of my driveway with an icebox, a stove, a washer and dryer, and stuff like that to take it to the recycle place one day if I ever get a pickup truck. I did upload a video hours ago about my rotary tiller. And as I told you, I got gasoline dripping down. And after it drips all out, then I close the valve. Then I start putting dirt in it. You know, the engine is pretty good. It's a brand new engine. I ain't even got an hour on it. You know. But that's how my day been going. But I haven't heard nothing from LG today. I want to thank you all that has helped out, helping them get their rear end in gear. But every state is different on teachers. You know, every state got different laws. But I want your people who lives in the United States, check your school district. See if the state, the teacher is certified and got a license to teach in your state. Could the same thing happen like it has in Indiana? You don't have to go to college to be a teacher. All you do is go through a background check. And I don't like it, people. I got grandkids that's in school here in Indiana and other places. I don't like it. And you had to go to college and take, you know, whatever, mathematics or science, biology, PE classes. But I found out today from my mother and a father and another mother, but they knew I had a YouTube channel. Hello, how you doing there? Thank you for joining me. And I hope you subscribe, my friend. Thank you. I just got your email. And I just subscribed to your channel. See, I like what you got. 61 subscribers, 35 videos. For November 24th. God bless you, my friend. You know, it looks like you're in the games. Welcome. Maybe you can teach this old man some game things, you know. I play games on my cell phone like solitaire and stuff like that, but I see some of the games you all play on Twitch, but I'm 70 plus years old, 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, sugar diabetes type 2, arthritis, back problems. I wish I had the money to play some games. There's one game that I've seen on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, is American Trucker Simulator. I would love to play that. And I love to play something like that. But when you live on a budget, because I get around $900 a month, make my house payment, my cell phone bill, my water bill, my electric bill, and a bunch of other bills. If it wasn't for that, I'd be rich, and I'm single. And I would like to get in playing games, but I'm 70 plus years old. I wouldn't know where to begin or where to start, you know. And that's my problem. When it comes to computers, I don't know nothing about computers or cell phones. And it makes me mad. The reason I started this YouTube channel to bring you about bad politician court cases and to pass the time, because I live out in the country in Clark County, Indiana, northwest Clark County, out in the boondocks. And I don't have nothing to do. All I do is take care of the kitty cats I got in the house, the outside kitty cats. I lost Mama Blackie in December of last year, and she brought 4 of her babies over here one year, because every time she crossed the main road, her babies would follow her and they get run over. And finally, Mama Blackie listened to me, and her 4 babies stay here. But I miss Mama Blackie. She was a good mama, a good grandmother. Now, if she was alive, Mama Blackie would have been a great grandmother. She took care of her grandkids, gave them a bath, she fed them, she brought them mice, birds, help them get the taste of birds and mice and moles, chipmunks. She was a good mother cat. I started letting her in. She was an outside cat. I let her in maybe 15, 20 minutes and put her outside. But when I let her come in, I feed her some canned food, dry food, milk. Then she would go back outside. Then I increase it. Then I let her stay in all night and show her where the kitty cat box is. And she used the kitty cat box the first time, being in the house all night. Then she'll go out the next morning after she ate in here, didn't have to fight her daughters and her grandkids. She had a good time, and she got more lovable. I could pick her up, put her on my lap. She'd turn her motor on. Then I let her in one night. She stayed in all night. The next day, instead of letting her out, it rained and thundered. And she said, I ain't going out. I stayed another night. So I gave her some canned cat food and all this. Mama Blackie, she was a long-haired black female cat. I'm guessing she might have been 12 years old or maybe older. I'm not sure how old she was. And it's not uncommon when she's outside in the wintertime to leave for a couple of days. But when she was in the house, she would go in the bathroom, because we got a chair in the tub that me and my son we take a shower because we both in bad shape. He's worse than me. And she would sleep there, or she slept in the clothes basket, or she would sleep up on the table here, or up on the box where I had the cat food. So I let her out one day in December, and she was gone for 2 days. That's not common for her. Sometimes 2 days to 7 days, then she would come home. But she came home. I opened the door. She walked in. She acted like she was drunk. You know, I gave her some canned food and some milk and all that. She went to the bathroom, got in the clothes basket, and John Wayne, my yellow cat, the orange cat, I call it yellow, but it's orange, he slept with her up until she passed away because I knew she was going to die. So I went out that night, dug a hole so deep, so wide, took one of them plastic bags, like a dollar store, two of them. And I guess her babies and grandkids knew because I carried the bag and they followed me right to the hole. I told her daughters, I said, "This is your mother, Blackie. She passed away and went to kitty cat heaven." Hello, 709. And, you know, everybody loves their pets. If it's cats, dogs, parakeets, whatever kind of pet you have. Some of you might have skunks or raccoons or squirrels. You treat them like your kids. Well, 709, I heard back from the Rotary Teller people. It was a lady. And she told me what I had. Can I take it to Home Depot? I said, I can't even pick it up and put it in my trunk. I got a car. I said, I can't do it. Then she said, well, drain the gasoline out of it. Take a picture of the vent number. Take a picture of dirt in the gas tank. Then a piece of paper, write the VIN number and set it up there by the gas tank. That's 3 pictures. I don't know how many you could send in the email, but I got picture of the VIN number, and because when you drain about a gallon of gasoline out, it's going to take a while. And said, if you want to, you can take it to a recycle place. I said, how am I going to take it to a recycle place? I got a car. I ain't got a pickup truck. Said, whatever you want to do, it's yours. You can't use it after you drain the gas and everything out of it. You can't use it. That's how that went today. And I might go to the sale barn tomorrow. That's up in Scottsburg, I think on Main Street. You got to get there before 10 o'clock because they start shutting down around 10, 11. It depends if it's raining or how cold it is. They get there about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, start setting up at the sale barn in Scottsburg, Indiana. But I kind of like that rotary tiller until it wouldn't go in reverse. I thought I was doing something wrong. I look in the manual. I done everything that in the manual says to do. And the transmission was making a noise like it sounded like maybe metal metal. Sorry about that. And it's a good rotary tiller. I figure I just put it back there in the shed and use the parts off of it. I did go out and pay my bills. I was looking for rose bushes. I don't want a rose bush that's in a bucket. You all know what I'm talking about. You used to find a rose bush maybe 2 inches in diameter, maybe 3, is wrapped up in paper. Now they sell them in buckets. I don't want a bucket. That means I have to make the hole bigger. Maybe there's a point into it. You know, this happened back in December 709. I do miss her. You know, I should have let her in the house earlier. She changed quite a bit from an outside cat. She got more lovable. She would sit up on my lap because if she was outside, you couldn't pick her up. And she, like I say, Mama Blackie, she was a good mama cat and a good grandma. Now she's a great grandmother from heaven. And I guess maybe she was old. Maybe it was time for her to leave. You know, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But she did get fed good. She came in the house, ate her canned food, dry food. She got extra treats when she was in the house instead of from being outside. She didn't get all that special stuff, but she came in the house. You know, I wish I'd done it earlier. Maybe she might still be alive. I don't know, but she was gone for 2 days. She came back, came in the house, ate, drank milk, went in there, got in the clothes basket. John Wayne, which you all seen John Wayne sometimes on my back of my chair. And he stayed right with her until she passed away. She didn't die alone. She made it back home because she knew I would dig a hole. That way her daughters and grandkids can visit her every day, just like you all visit your loved ones in the cemetery. I sit there, I got a chair out there. I sit out there by them babies. And I miss Mama Cat. I'm just hoping one of her daughters or grandkids have a long-haired black kitty cat just that look like their grandmother or their mother. I'm hoping that they would do that because Kelly's a first-time mother and Blackie, she's a first-time mother. I got 2 black kitty cats. One is Blackie. The other one I call Panther. He's probably 2 years old, I'm guessing. My memory ain't that good.
In progress. Once a 211.
But I want you all to have a great, weekend. Have a great, have a great weekend. Because you all where you live probably watching Churchill Downs today. I think today is the Run of the Roses. They put it on hold because of the thunderstorms that we had. Tomorrow is the Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs. People, you can type it into your search engine, where is Churchill Downs? And it'll tell you it's in Louisville, Kentucky, not Frankfort, Kentucky. And I said I wasn't going to be on here tonight, but I had to let you people know what's going on. I found out about teachers here in Indiana and Clark County, Indiana, Greater Clark schools in Indiana. I want you all check where your kids and grandkids go to school in your state. See if you got the same thing we got here in Indiana. You don't have to go to school to be a teacher now because there's a shortage of teachers. I know this person who graduated Charlestown High School last year. He's a teacher. I don't know how you classify internship or something. I've been told they get the same pay, but I don't know. As a teacher who goes to college, all that they do, they go through a background check. Check, see if you've been arrested for drugs, alcohol, felons, stuff like that. I don't want a person who has not gone to college and learned to be a teacher. I disagree with Greater Clark schools. If it's happened in Clark County, Indiana, it's probably over the whole state of Indiana. I want your people that lives here in the United States, check your school system out. It's your right as a parent and a grandparent. See if the teacher went to college and certified and got a license to teach in school. And I don't agree with it. As a father, grandpa, great grandpa, I don't agree with that at all. You know, and I guess they get paid the same as a teacher who went to college. But the reason they done it because there's a shortage of teachers, at least here in Indiana and probably the other parts of the USA. They don't pay the teachers enough. When I was in school, people, long time ago, 50 plus years, teacher only got paid while they're teaching school. When school was out, they drew unemployment. Here's another thing that I don't like about my tax dollars. When school's out, they still get paid their 40,000 plus a year pay, and they don't teach in the summertime. I don't know if they still got summer school like they had when I was in school. I don't like it. It's stupid. I disagree with the state of Indiana. Whoever says you don't have to go to college to be a teacher, I disagree with it 100%. I want you people, where you live in here in the United States, I want you to ask your school district. See if they have anything like it in your state. And if you got it, how much do they get paid? Do they get paid same as a teacher that goes to college and have to have a license? Hello, Justin. No, not tonight. Happy Friday to you. No, because I wasn't going to come live tonight, but I told you all I keep you update on my Legion Force rotary tiller, which is made by PULSAR. Got it, I guess, a week ago, and got 2 flat tires. Only made 1 round around my garden until the tires went flat. It's a rear type rotary tiller. You can look it up on YouTube. It's Legion Force 212cc rear end rotary tiller. Around $600 to $700. It's made by PULSAR, I think is the correct spelling of it. But yeah, the next time I come live, it'll probably be Saturday. Forget about Sunday at 7 p.m. because I do a church service, about Pastor Bob Joyce in Benton Hall. That would be a no there. And maybe later on, if I decide to, it depends how I'm doing, because this rotary tiller got me going bananas. The LG Thin Q people, I want you all to keep getting on them. That's a piece of junk. I know LG makes TVs and other stuff, but this LG Thin Q glass top stove is a piece of junk. They call about once a week. I might have. I have to wait and see. That's how it used to be, 709, when I was in school. You get a bachelor's, then you go to master. That's a heck of a pay cake increase. But this is here in Indiana, Clark County, Indiana, of Greater Clark County Schools, which that covers Jeffersonville, Charlestown, and New Washington. And I found out from a couple of parents, they're upset about it. And they hired this one, I guess it's a man, I'm not sure. They had one woman that been there 5 years. How come I'm just finding out about it today? You know, I don't think it's fair. You graduate high school and you can become a teacher after passing the background check. I don't know what that consists of. I don't know, fingerprints, lie detector. I don't know what that consists of here in Indiana, but and I don't like it, people. They, men and women goes to college to be a teacher. They get a bachelor, then a master, and a doctorate degree. They get licensed in the state where they're teaching school. But this person graduated Charlestown High School last year in May of 24, I guess. And he's a teacher. I don't agree with that. I hope none of you agrees with it. Teachers does get in trouble. Then they lose their teaching license. But if you ain't got a license, how you gonna lose your teaching license if you've never been to college and got your teaching license in your state? I want you people here in the United States, check your school district out. Ask them if you got teachers that hasn't been to college like Indiana has. I know there's a shortage of teachers. And I want you people here in the United States, check your school district. That's what I want you to do. See if it goes on in your state. I disagree with it. I know there's a shortage of teachers. I've seen some of them that gets homeschooled. And most of the kids I know that gets homeschooled, they're a whole lot smarter than the kids who goes to public school or paid school. Because it's a smarter class. People, when I was in school, we had about 15 kids to a classroom. I thought that was a lot of kids for a teacher to handle. But look at today, kids, you got 20 to 25 plus kids in the classroom. And the teacher ain't going to take time with the kids. Yeah, I've always got problems with StreamYard. And I got problems somehow. And I got McPhee popping up, before I come live. I try to hit the escape button. It won't do it. There's no thing on there to exit out. And I don't even have McPhee on my computer. It just started this week. So I don't know why it's doing that. Like I said, I'm not computer smart. You hear my ice in my cup since I'm drinking Pepsi. But I'm not going to be on here too much longer. I just wanted to bring you up on the update of my Legend Forest Rotary Tiller, what I was told today by this lady. I think it's in California. And let you know about teachers here in Indiana, which that upsets me. If they get in trouble, how can they lose their teaching license when they ain't got teaching license? I don't know how the law in Indiana sets it up. I don't know. I disagree with it. I know we got shortages of teachers in Indiana and the United States, and we got shortage of nurses in the United States and on this planet. You know, it takes a very special person to be a nurse, no matter if you're a female or a male nurse. It's always been, people, since I'm 70 plus years old, that always been a woman's field, a nurse. And having a male nurse, they got to study a little bit harder than what a female does. They take the same tests as a female nurse does, or a nurse practitioner. But our nurses needs to make more money for what they put up in the ER or taking care of babies or heart attacks. They need to get paid more. That's my opinion. And, you know, that's all I got tonight, people. I'm going to bring my face back up. Hello, see, I just turned it back on to that McPhee Total Protection. Buy it now. It ain't got no blankety blank X on it. I would try to reach up there and hit escape. It don't do a blankety blank thing. I don't know where to go. I even move my mouse. I can't move nothing. There's no X on it. It says buy now. I got to bring that up. Keep hitting skip. Skip. You know, it's crap. I think it sucks in my book. You know, but I don't know how to get rid of it. Nobody's close enough to me to help me out. You know, somebody who's smart like me can, could help me out. And I don't know where to go to fix the problem. But you all, as a YouTube channel, I love you all. We are YouTube channel people. We're family. We're supposed to help each other out. And also, people, if somebody subscribes to your all's YouTube channel, and you get the email that they subscribe to your YouTube channel, please subscribe to them. Maybe watch some of those videos and help them get their watch hours up. You know, I had somebody subscribe to me tonight. I went to my email and I've subscribed. I don't think they have summer school anymore. I don't think they do. I think the only thing they have around here is driver's education, which it's not cheap. But some people needs to go to summer school. When the teachers here in Indiana get paid around $40,000, maybe more, they need to teach summer school. I think I'm getting cheated out of my tax dollars. My property taxes for this year went up $15. It keeps going up every blankety blank year. And they take the houses, people around me, what they going for. I paid around $48,000 for this house when I bought it. And they said now it's worth about $150,000. People has money, they don't want a house like mine, 2 bedrooms, no basement, no upstairs. They want a bigger kitchen and stuff like that. And every time my property taxes goes up, my house payment goes up. I can't win for losing because it's based on my income. But my income don't go up maybe $5 or $10 a month, but it don't cover up everything else. But I did buy 2 lotto tickets, a Mega Million and a Powerball. I think the Mega Million went from $2 to $5. I think is what it is. And that hurts my budget. But maybe if God's help, I could hit the lotto. I could do what I could do to this house. Get me an up-to-date pickup truck and a 0 turn and a new roof. Well, I would build onto this house, make the kitchen bigger, add a garage. I would have to have a motor home, make it upstairs. They would have to take the roof off. So, and get a special person that can raise my house up and put a basement underneath it, then set the house back down on it. That way I can have a basement and give you more room in the basement. Oh, 20.5, that's at the rest park. The rest park is about the 20-mile marker of 65. The barrier, concrete barrier, is in the median, I think. I don't. So, you all got here. I got a CB radio over there, but don't have an amp. Or I had one, but I need a couple of tubes for it. But that's okay. If it's up to God, I have it. I like to talk Skip. And that way I can talk to California, Canada, any place on the planet. I miss talking Skip. But People, I let you know about the teachers here in Indiana that don't have to go to college and get their teacher license. I let you know about the rotary tiller. I hear choo-choo train. It's kind of to my right of me. You know, I don't know if it's going southbound or northbound. Because I live like in a hole in the ground, you could say. Everything up around me's high. And noise like the train whistle blows a long way when you down in the valley. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, that might be copyrighted. But I'm hoping Jessica will be on here tonight, which if she's on here, I probably get a notification if she comes live. Because I like to watch Jessica. She's like my adopted daughter. I will protect her from trolls and people like that. And but people, this is Friday night. I told you I keep you up to date on everything. I know I'm usually not on here Friday because you people, kids is out of school for the weekend. 80K, Lordy. I'm thinking maybe 709. They get paid 60,000. I don't know. I don't have the slightest idea because all the teachers I know is retired or dead. I had this one history teacher. Kids, I want you to listen to it. My history teacher, I ain't going to mention his name because I keep certain things secret in case somebody said they know somebody that was in my class, this. But this teacher, he was a veteran. I believe he was a veteran of World War II, I would say. He had slides, he had videos when he was in the war. The first day of class, the teacher would say, let's call him Mr. A. Mr. A would say, when you come to class tomorrow, leave your books in your locker. Bring paper and pencils. And you take notes. By you taking notes, it's going to be your test. He showed slides where he was in the war. He showed videos of where he was fighting at. That was history. The girls didn't like it that good, but that was history. I got more out of that history class than any other history class I took. And but that's what school is all about. Stay in school, get your education, go to college or go to a trade school, learn you something. But also look around you where you live. See what kind of jobs it's around you. Oh, okay. I could live with something like that, but I want you to look around you where you live, people, and see what kind of jobs, how much it pays, uh, have they got laid off? You know, look at that. You can get in a trade. If you like to fly airplanes, maybe you can go in the military and learn how to fly jets, or maybe you like to fly helicopters. You go in the armed forces. Let's see, what is next Friday? Oh, it's the 9th. Oh, Lordy. But 709 and my daughter Gina is, they was born on Mother's Day. And that's, like I say, 709 and my daughter Gina Riley, they got a birthday coming up on May the 11th. So I got a calendar right here. And I can't forget it. I want to say happy birthday to everybody who's born today, born on this day. Also, happy anniversary if you got married today. I know your man's going to get mad at me for what I'm going to say, but people, this is how you stay married for so long. Ladies is always right. I know your man knows that the ladies is wrong, but if you want to keep peace in the family and make it to 60 years of marriage, you know what I'm talking about. That's how you get along. And men, you don't want to sleep in the doghouse. You don't want to take cold showers. I got to say that. You know, you got to agree with them. You know, but that's, you know, you got to stay married a long time and have your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids. You know, that's part of marriage. You got to compromise. Everything's supposed to be 50-50, but they're not. But if you want to stay out of the doghouse, man, you have to say the women's are right. And treat your lady like a queen she is. You know, help her around the house. You know, I know some of us men, especially me, there's things I can't do because of my health problem. I would love to have a nice, sweet young lady that can help me around the house. You know, but I want you all, when I get off of here, spend time with your family and your kids, your grandkids. Yeah, I see your comment. 24. Yoakum, you got to be older than 24. You sure you're not 42? Oh, Lordy. Well, if you're 24, I'm 27. You know, but well, you're a young puppy. You probably married, got 30 kids in your house that you're raising. I think it's funny. I don't know if I can have 30 kids in the house at one time. I really be bald headed and probably in the hospital with heart attacks. You know. But people, it's time for me to get off here and go in there and see what's on TV. I let you know about the rotary tiller, what Legion Force told me to do. Right now, as I told you, I'm draining the gas. I got a bucket of dirt out there. I know it's Foot Friday. And I got my socks on. Because you people know diabetics, they got to have their socks on. If they don't, their feet get cold. I know if you're a diabetic and your wife's in bed, she don't want your cold feet to touch her cold, warm feet. That's how come I sleep with my socks on. So I want you all have a great weekend. And if you can watch the Kentucky Derby in Louisville, Kentucky. Hello, Jonathan. Welcome. And if you watch the Kentucky Derby tomorrow, which that's at Churchill Downs, and you type Churchill Downs in your search engine and find out where it is, you find out it's in Louisville, Kentucky, not Frankfort, Kentucky. So I want you all have a great weekend. Make sure your horse don't come in last. If you can bet on horses, will you all live tomorrow? The Oaks today kind of they didn't get canceled. It kind of wait for maybe the thunderstorm that we had in the area. I'm only 20 some odd miles north of Louisville, Kentucky. And I bet the wreck they had out there on 65 by the rest park, I bet he left Churchill Downs probably drunk. Don't know. Everybody's innocent. So you all have a great week. Peace. Put your faith in the God and Jesus. Don't give up on him. Jesus and God is only two people. I know you're all very smart out there. Look how many billions of people it's on this planet. Look at the billions of, what's it, 100 billion, 500 billion people on this planet. Jesus and God is only two people. So don't you give up on God. Because God and Jesus does not give up on you. So it's time to me to get off of here. It's about 10:15, 10:16, somewhere like it. But I want you all have a great weekend. Love your family. Spend time with your family. Tell your family you love them. Even tell them you love them before you go to bed. 'Cause some people does die in their sleep, or anything can happen. Make sure you tell your better half and your kids you love them. So people, I want you all have a great weekend. Tomorrow, I don't know. I got to find out if I can hear anything when I go. If it's not raining tomorrow, I go to the sale barn. I got to stop at the dollar store on the way back to get a couple of 2-liter of Cokes for my son. And to do that, catch up on the news. You know, I got certain people, certain places I go, I try to catch up on the news. So people, peace, aloha, God loves you. So I'll catch you later. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, watch the other videos. If you got any ideas to help me out to improve my YouTube channel on the content, you know, I can't get out like the people in Bakersfield, California that does live stream. I appreciate what they do. Since the news media doesn't get out and cover all car wrecks, police pursuits, stuff like that. That's what I like about RD on the scene, Kern County Crime Watcher. There's a lot more up there in Bakersfield. Then you got some in Los Angeles. You got some down in Kansas, Florida. You got, who is it down there in Florida? Chuck Bronson, I think, or Bronson. It's in Florida. He has a good YouTube channel where he does cop watches down there where he lives. In Kansas, Johnson County, Kansas Crime Watch, which he's on my channel sometimes. Hello, this is me. Hey, I tell you. No, that's not. No, I got you mixed up with somebody else. It's YouTube something that he has a twin. Let you all know, I did see that guy at the JC store. I think he was hiding. Because I didn't see him nowhere in that store. I guess he was hiding from me. But people, I want you all to have a great weekend. When you subscribe to people's YouTube channels and they subscribe to your channel and you get the email, make sure you subscribe back to their channel. Maybe watch a few of those videos. You know, that's what I do. When I get an email from your YouTube, my family on here, I subscribe back to you. And that helps you all out. That helps me out. But I also need to get my watch hours up to 2,000. You know, because I don't make no money. You know, I'm not in here to make money. But it would help out if I could get super chats. It'd help me take care of my kitty cats, because you're looking at about $28 for a 30-pound bag of Meow Mix. About $8 for 10 cans of wet cat food. $5 for the cat litter that I get at Tractor Supply, which it's horse pellets. It smells like pine. So I want you all to have a great weekend. And I know Churchill Downs is tomorrow. You people all over the planet is probably betting on Churchill Downs Derby race tomorrow. You know, some people does get lucky. I guess you can watch it on your local TV station. I I don't know what TV station, ABC, NBC, or whatever, but and this is me. I catch you all later. I wasn't planning to be on here tonight, but I told you I keep you updated on my LG ThinQ piece of crap, which is a women that breach a contract. And I'll let you know about my Legion Force rear drive rotary tiller. I told you what they want me to do with it, which I'm draining the gasoline out of it. After I get all the gas out of it, I got to put dirt in it, take a picture of it, take a picture of the VIN, write the VIN down on a piece of paper and put that up there by the dirt. That way they have a picture of that and the VIN. I could do what I want with it. I think what I do is put it in the shed and just use the parts off of it in case something breaks down on this one. But I did ask for Legion Force if they could send it to Home Depot in Clarksville, Indiana, and put it together, make sure everything works and it goes in reverse, because I told them, I said, I can't put it together. When I put it together, I said, I've been down on my back over a week, couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't do anything because my back hurts so much. That's really a two people's job. But I'm not a lawnmower mechanic. By them testing it out, putting it together and bringing it in a pickup truck, after everything works, but I want you all to have a great weekend. Saturday, I don't know. It's a wait and see game. And Sunday, I know I'll be on here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Pastor Bob Joyce of Benton, Arkansas. I want you to go to bobjoyce.org and you can learn all about him. This is me, this is me, this is me having a great old time. Okay, people, that's the fun joking around. I'll catch you later. And if they have a wreck close to my house in the daytime that I can get to, I bring it to you live. Or a house fire, or maybe a field fire, but the grass is too wet to burn. But you all have a great weekend. I love you all. Thank you all who has subscribed. Thank you all that has donated to PayPal and the Cash App and all that. God bless you all. And I catch you later. I love you all. Goodbye.